Hey, what's up guys, it's Aris, one half of the Horror Highway. Just making this quick little intro to let you guys know that the first two stories are from the Museum of X History, which is like a archive compilation file of old X stories that can't be found like on archive websites. And yeah, they don't have screenshots, it's just like them written down on notepads that Anons from a while ago decided to make when they started getting taken down. And they found them and just wrote them on notepad, and yeah, just letting you guys know. Be machinist. Work in newly renovated machine shop. Nice as fuck. Obviously, in an industrial part of town. Working one Friday. Shop has a deal where at night you can rent space and work whatever the fuck you want. Don't have to pay because I'm an employee. Make some new action screws for my dad's rifle. Family heirloom. Finish late because I'm helping a coworker on one of his projects. It's like 2 a.m. I'm the last one upstairs. Be walking down catwalk between buildings. Look out to parking lot. See my car in lot, just where I parked it. See a group of 6 youth, all in black. Probably, it was dark, and the streetlight can make red/brown/dark green look black. Approach my car. They form a circle around it. Fucking shit, fuck. Run to my car, CCW piece in hand. My car is covered in thin layer of tan dust. 6 full sets of cloth, neatly folded in a circle around my car. Now I'm just confused. It really wasn't scary at the time. My mind was just so full of fuck. What scared me was about a month later, I had a dream that seemed very real. It started just how that story started, making screws and whatnot. I see the youths, but this time, I stay and see what happens. They burst into flame and I call the cops, but for some reason I had an old Nokia cell phone. When I tried telling them what happened, my teeth fell out. I had the same dream about 2 weeks ago, but instead of making screws, I was making something for work late at night. But I still had the Nokia. Sorry if that was shitty, it made me nope awake. I work at a community college with a lot of old buildings on campus. Or rather, they used to be. When we started construction on the newer ones, we started tearing those down, left and right. Right now there are 2 buildings left over from, I think, the 70s? The same era that the building my story takes place in. Anyway, first year of college. Work as an IT work study, doing grunt work. Clearing out computer equipment from old science building, about to be torn down. Abandoned except for me, my mentor, and one other work study. We split up to cover more floors. 3 floors total. I get top floor, mostly chem labs and chem storage. A few classrooms. Looking into old closets and finding lots of weird stuff. Old preserved organs, disused lab equipment. Looking for any computers that might need to be collected. In one of the back offices. On my 3rd lab, hear faint, deliberate footsteps on the hall. Oh hey guys, I'm in here. No response. Poke my head out. Nothing. Shrug it off. Pop in headphones and keep looking. Pop in and out of various hall doors, making my way down. Final chem lab. I look down the hall and see a woman wearing light teal dress with fuzzy brown hair. Very old. Thought she might have been one of the instructors I hadn't met yet. Take one last look around in last very messy closet. Like the person who used the lab and closet didn't have time to clear. Hello, ma'am? Need any help with anything? No response. Look down the hall. She's gone. Get chills. Spooked as fuck. Move briskly down the hall and I run into one of my coworkers. Hey, did you guys see that lady? Any idea who she was? They look at me like I had 3 heads. Mentor says he locked the entrances when we came in. Nothing too spooky, but it stuck with me. That and the story of Evil Bob, the haunted elevator. Heading for inner woods with a bunch of mates, somewhere in northern Europe. We decide to hike to this old abandoned Cold War era military facility. Reach the facility after 2 days of hiking. Shit is cash. We spend the day exploring and plinking birds with .22s. By nightfall, we set up a camp in one of the empty warehouses. We go outside, set up a campfire, and start making stew. All of a sudden, we hear the loudest and weirdest roar I've ever heard. We all shit ourselves, grab our rifles, and stare into the darkness. Something is moving around 100 meters out. We hear it rushing through the woods into the facility area. We stand there, silent, listening. Then it stops, and suddenly it is dead silent all around us. Just the stew boiling on the fire. We look at each other and have a brief chat. We decide to carry on with making the stew. Next morning, we wake up and start packing. Everyone is making jokes about how we got scared of a bear, etc. My buddy sees something lurking on top of the biggest facility building. We try to have a look at what it is, but it's too far away, some 200 meters maybe. It's just standing there with two legs, probably staring at us. The thing is huge, maybe over 7 feet tall. I reach for binoculars to have a good look on who's trolling us with the ghillie suit. Just as I find the binos, my mates start shouting. I look at the creature, or whatever it was, and it seems to be running via the facility wall like a lizard, very, very fast. By now, it's clear it is not human, nor any animal I know of. It disappears behind one of the big bunker structures. We decide to nope the fuck out of there. We're scared shitless, even though it is day. As we're hiking back, we don't take any breaks before nightfall. As the sun sets down, we make a camp and start prepping supper. Everyone's a little tense, and we try to joke around. We decided to do guard duty during the night. My shift is 01 through 03. Birds are singing like crazy. They do that during the night here. And I managed to see a lone rabbit hopping around our campsite. I would have popped that fucker, but I wanted my buddies to rest. Suddenly, the bird stops singing, and the rabbit stops. Raises its head, like it's listening for something. The rabbit notes out of there, very fast, like it's running for its life. I feel very uneasy, and flick on my flashlight and shine it towards the darkness. I'm hoping to see a glimpse of a fox. That could have explained the strange behavior of the other animals, but the forest around us seems empty. Just as I'm putting the light out, I see something move behind the bushes around 100 meters away. It was something big. I shine the light directly at the bushes and try to get a look through my scope. I managed to see something moving there, and I believe I saw a pair of yellowish eyes. Then it stands up. I don't know to this day what the fuck it was, but it was hairy looking, very dark, and had a face. The face of lighter color, and there were two yellow eyes. The thing was around 7 feet tall, somewhat human shaped. Although I didn't get a very clear look, with my shit-tier flashlight, I was 100% sure that thing was a human. So I started panicking, raised my gun, and lit the fucker up. My buddies woke up. I emptied the whole 25 RD Butler Krieg mag in about 3 seconds. I didn't even aim. My buddies woke up and started shouting, and it was all chaos for half a minute. I tried to tell them what happened as fast as I could. Having dropped my flashlight, I didn't know if the creature had been hit or if it was even there anymore. One of my buddies picked up the light and directed it at the direction I was pointing my gun at, and there it was, just standing. Suddenly, the thing just kind of falls down and starts slithering at us, making no noise at all. We start screaming, grab our packs and guns, and start noping the fuck out of there. We must have ran like 10 kilometers straight up before taking a break. All of us were shaking. We didn't share a word. We walked the rest of the way to the public campground in DEFCON 1, weapons ready and listening to every crack. I've never been so happy as I was when I saw some German tourists grilling sausages by their RV. They were all like, what the fuck, when we exited our woods with guns and already stance. We said nothing, walked to our car and drove away, breaking pretty much every speed limit on the way. We talked about the thing on our way home. None of us knew what it was, but everyone had seen it, and everyone was convinced that it was not human, nor an animal of any sort. We decided to stay away from the woods for a while. Problem is that the wildlife around here is scared of people, even children, and there hasn't been one bear sighting in over 80 years. Last summer, we decided to be tough guys and find out what the hell that thing was. This time, we would go with 3 ATVs in case we had to bail out fast. We took 2 cameras, 3 .308s, and 1 1276 with slugs. There were 4 of us, by the way. Load of survival gear, and one of my buddies managed to get a Gen 2 NV camera. We also had 7 pipe bombs, black powder, and 2-inch iron tubing with caps at the end, plus Visco fuse, in case shit got out of hand. Yeah, it was kind of lame, fake operated shit, but we thought we'd all get famous and shit if we actually killed it or got footage of it. Anyways, we entered the woods with our gear and headed towards the facility. Again at the facility, Everything looks normal and birds are singing again. No sign of anything abnormal. We decide to map the surrounding area and look for anything suspicious. Nothing was found. We make camp at the very same warehouse as we did the last time. Night falls, and everything is still normal. We have guard shifts during the night, but nothing happens. Next day, we start exploring the woods area around the facility. We find a peculiar pile of dead trees. Look like someone had hauled them here. Take a closer look. The trees are arranged in a fashion similar to a huge bird's nest. In the middle of the nest, there was one half-rotten moose carcass, and a shitload of different animal bones. We start quietly noping back to our campsites. We park our ATVs next to the warehouse. Next to the warehouse we keep our camp in. We enter the camp/warehouse to see our camp gear all torn up, the somewhat expensive camera smashed to the floor, food taken, and sleeping bags torn to pieces. Fuck. We take everything we could in like a minute and start driving the hell out of Dodge. It's evening by the time we get back to the public campground. A police officer stops us by the gate and checks our gun permits. Then the officer proceeds by asking whether we wanted to volunteer for a search operation. Our ATVs would be much appreciated. Some hiker had apparently gone missing in the nearby forest, 20 kilometers from the facility site. We look at each other and shake our head. One of my buddies quickly says something about being late, and we drive out of there. The dude who went missing was never found. We decided that we wouldn't go in a woodsing in that part of the country anymore. Nobody did it, sadly. Dude who went missing actually was found. Local police released it to the media. This is me. He posts a link, and the link really doesn't go anywhere, so yeah.